Not all heroes wear capes, but they carry a microphone. Today, I'm gonna be showing you Lisa Guerrero, fast hitting, on the spot, in your face reporter, calling out the bullshitters, the liars, the scumbags, exposing them, putting a light on their face. So the first clip, it's like how to catch a predator. They have this camera set up, right, to expose these people.
How can you be sure that the repairman you've hired is on the up and up? And what do you do if that repairman says something that you find creepy? In the latest of our series in which we filled a house with hidden cameras, wait till you see what happened to Lisa Guerrero when she called for an electrical repair.
This is really exciting news. This is like how to catch a predator. This makes me want to watch the news.
We're back at the house that's watching you. And today we're putting electricians to the test. But first, we call in our expert, Steve Ciara, to inspect the system and create a simple problem that's easy to fix.
I've examined the electrical system. Everything in this panel works perfect. There's nothing wrong.
Then, at our request, Steve cuts the power to the kitchen outlets by simply loosening a screw and disconnecting this wire.
It's a really simple fix. All you gotta do is reconnect the wire.
There's Lisa. So you know that phrase, for every 100 apples there's a few bad apples? Well, I truly believe that most of us will follow the good, work together, build a good society, and push each other along. Some people just want to be selfish, be mean. And you know what? It's not really their fault. Sometimes they're taught like that, but that selfishness has to be called out on. And you know what? Lisa's gonna do it right now.
Next, we call in electricians to fix the problem.
For some reason, my outlets aren't working.
That looked really familiar.
One after another,
You had a bad connection on a circuit breaker.
these electricians spot the problem and make the simple repair.
Small fix.
Yeah, I'll be done in 2 seconds. Just being honest.
But then,
Hi.
there was this guy.
No, I don't want to judge people by appearance, but just off the bat, the other people that came by looked like strong, hardworking men, just doing the job. As soon as I saw him, it was just something off about him. His hunched up figure. It was just
A couple of outlets aren't working.
Ed Schiller with Schiller Electric. After a grand total of 4 cigarette breaks and more than an hour roaming around the house
He's definitely running up the clock at this point.
and talking on his cell phone,
Are you coming down to my shore house? I just put the new bolt in the water.
Ed the electrician finally decides to open the circuit breaker
Looks like he found the problem.
and makes the necessary repair.
He put the line back into the breaker. See what happens next.
After wiping down the electrical panel with his sweaty t-shirt and taking another smoke break,
It's pretty unbelievable, but he's having another cigarette now.
Schiller walks in the door and shocks us all when he claims several electrical breakers are damaged and need to be replaced.
This is the scenario. Your grandma doesn't know what's happening, doesn't understand why the lights won't turn back on, calls in this guy, boom, charges up the bill, messes with her. Oh my gosh.
A couple of the breakers, half of them got burnt out. I'm almost positive that's what's going on here.
There's no burnt out breakers. We have checked the panel completely. Everything is in perfect working order.
Schiller returned to the basement and, on hidden camera, we watched him cover the electrical panel without replacing a single breaker.
I think from his perspective, he was just thinking off the bat, this woman doesn't know anything, easy money, it's not gonna be a single problem. I've done this many times. That's what he's probably thinking. And you know what? I'm happy Lisa's the one to call him.
But before I reveal my true identity, listen to this creepy comment.
Are you a model or?
A model? No.
Oh, very beautiful, by the way. Your husband's a lucky man.
In the title of the video, that's the line that calls him a creepy comment on the electrician. And you know, I don't think that was a creepy comment. He didn't say it in like an odd way. I think he was just, being honest at that point. What makes it creepy is just how he was in the house, not doing anything, just, fumbling his fingers around. That's the creepy part about like his actions. But him saying that comment, I wouldn't say it's creepy, but it adds to the story. It captures your attention. So I understand why they put it as the title.
Do I need to get new breakers?
They're done.
Oh, you put in new breakers.
Yeah, wherever I felt. 2 were not working at all.
Okay.
And 3 of them were warm to touch.
Okay.
So I took them out.
You took them out and then
And
you
put the
replaced
ones
them.
in, yes.
Okay, so there's new ones, brand new ones in there. Okay.
This man is lying, and lying. Oh my God, it just makes me angry.
Then the cameras come out.
I'm actually not the homeowner. My name is Lisa Guerrero from Inside Edition. And I'd really like to know why you said that you replaced these when we know you didn't.
What do you mean?
There was nothing wrong with our breakers. There was a wire loose, and that was the only problem
What are you
downstairs.
saying?
I'm saying that you lied to me.
If that's how you feel, forget it then. No charge.
This man is exposed. He realized at this very moment he messed up. It's fight or flight. And you know what he did? Just like the coward he is, he ran away.
I did what I thought was right, and that's it.
Hey, Ed, not every house has eyes, but this one was watching you.
Sir, you lied to me.
By the way, according to the state of New Jersey, Ed the electrician has not been licensed since 1994. He also has an F rating from the Better Business Bureau.
No, I just took a small bite of that biscuit, and you know what? It's dripping. It's juicy. I need more. I need more from Lisa. I need Lisa to expose all these liars, these scum, these terrible people. We're gonna watch more.
Conman,
Scammer.
thief,
Crook.
Predator.
Who are all these people talking about? This guy. His name is Glenn Harris, and they all say he's ripped them off in shoddy home improvement jobs.
Just looking at those 3 images alone, those aren't even like done. Those are basically like scrapping the very bottom of the barrel. Those are basically like there's nothing to it. Looks terrible.
I think he targets the elderly or anyone who he thinks is vulnerable.
His main clients? Senior citizens like these.
That was just like my example earlier. It's like, your grandma, what can you do? She's old. She's okay. You know, with old people, they're not useless and they have years, knowledge, wisdom to them, right? It's just the body can't keep up, and then they lose their muscles, they lose the motor reflexes, they lose some memory too. We shouldn't be taking advantage of these people. We should, help them to live their best lives, not do this to them. My gosh.
he's despicable.
Jason Sutphin's mother, Ellen, hired Harris to fix a simple problem with the toilet. But once he got to work, Sutphin says Harris conned his mom out of thousands of dollars for home repair jobs he says she didn't even need.
My mom took out a $50,000 home equity loan because he wanted cash on everything.
50,000? 50,000? That's like 2 years on minimum wage. Who is this guy? How do you convince him to do that?
Oh my goodness.
Now listen to how much money these folks say they were ripped off.
$11,000.
$4,500.
$57,000.
$57,000.
$8,500. $12,500.
I know this is sad, Paul, but like, the probably thinking like with the $50,000 guy, they all looked at him like, oh my god, everyone's like around the 10,000 range, and then they just see 50,000. Oh my god, that man got scammed. That man got played so bad.
To see firsthand how Harris treats his elderly customers, I enlisted the help of Emmy-winning Hollywood makeup artist Ben Adams. With Adams' skill and this state-of-the-art mask, I was transformed into a granny.
Go ahead and talk.
To make it look and sound right,
I need some help.
he had to actually glue my lips into the mask. Some green granny glasses and a walker, and I was ready to go. Look at me before and after. It's time for Undercover Granny.
Lisa Guerrero is basically playing both parts in How to Catch a Predator. She's playing Chris Hansen. She's playing Chris Hansen. She's playing the victim. the child, and she's also playing the cameraman. She's playing all three parts.
My next step was renting a home and rigging it with hidden cameras. Then we deliberately made a leak in the water heater. I called Glenn Harris to make an appointment, and he told me he'd be there at 9 a.m. the next morning. What he didn't know, we had gathered many of his angry customers in a van parked just down the block. They all waited inside for the big surprise we were about to spring on him.
The man's evil. He has no conscience.
The only problem? Harris didn't come.
He's late.
So we waited and waited and waited.
What's it like being in that mask for so long?
I'm feeling a little claustrophobic.
Not only does he treat him bad with the money, he treats him bad in the time. He doesn't show any respect to them. Not even showing up. Oh my God.
Waiting for Glenn Harris to show up is something these folks are all too familiar with.
He's a pathological liar.
This is par for the course for this slime ball.
So after 4 hours of waiting, even these folks looking for justice had had enough.
I'd like to use my cane.
Eventually, we reached Harris, and he told me he'd gotten tied up, but promised to be there the next morning. Alas, when morning came, he blew us off again.
This guy's unbelievable.
I think Glenn knows it's Lisa. He can smell it somehow. He can smell with his big, fat, greedy nose that something's off. Someone tipped him off about Lisa. There's something suspicious.
3 days in a row, he stood us up.
We've been waiting 3 days to find this guy, and he hasn't showed up. So now we're going to find him.
Since he wouldn't come to our house, we went to his.
That's where he lives.
What are we filming?
Are you Glenn?
Yes, I am.
Come on over, Glenn.
Yeah.
Glenn.
Uh-huh.
I've been waiting for you for 3 days. You were supposed to come over and do some plumbing for me.
Who are you?
Well,
I don't know who you are.
I'll tell you who I am.
Okay.
I'm actually not a little old lady.
Okay.
My name's Lisa Guerrero with Inside Edition, and I'd like to know if you're bilking elderly people in this community for thousands of dollars.
No, ma'am, I'm not.
At that point, Lisa was just fed up. She's like, I wait 3 days for you. I wait 3 days for you to come to the house, to get the camera set up. I've been putting on this suit for hours, tired, for preparation. And, you know, she was just over it. She was like, you know what, I'm gonna expose him. He doesn't know the context. He doesn't know what's happening. Boom, she had to take it off. It didn't matter at all. She just had to do it.
Sir, I've talked to numerous people who claim that you have been ripping them off.
I haven't been. No, I have not.
Glenn Harris denies all the allegations and insists he operates above board.
Sir, do you have anything at all to say to the victims that feel that you owe them a lot of
I
money?
don't have any victims that I owe money to. I don't.
Just try telling that to these folks.
Stop what you're doing. Stop it. Now.
You know, to make things even worse, besides the people not getting the sweet revenge, exposing him, besides Lisa not being able to do the grand reveal and had to do it on the spot deal, remember when they did that little leak in the house? I don't think they didn't really resolve it. I don't think they even got to it. It's still probably leaking to this day, costing them even more money. People like Lisa are real heroes, you know, like exposing these cheats, these deceivers. And you know what? I'm gonna be seeing more Lisa, watching more Inside Edition, and watch the full video on the channel. Have a good day.